Lenny, I'm doing great. Thanks for having me today. I'm very excited to spend a few minutes today to set the record straight about carbohydrates. Good old carbos. I don't want to take too much time talking about myself or my personal story, but just to qualify myself, I've done and tried about every diet on earth for about 25 years. I've lost 60 pounds before, I've lost 30 pounds and gained 30 pounds back twice, and I've probably gained and lost 25 pounds at least 100 times. Many people don't know this, but carbohydrate really is just a fancy word for sugar. And sugar is the formal way of saying sugar is glucose. That's what our body prefers to call sugar. It's how we get energy from the blood into the cell. And the hormone that transports that is insulin. So we're going to digress a little bit and not get so techie. But basically, my story is this. I've lost a lot of weight. I've done a lot of diets. I even got on stage in my underwear, oiled up and posed down in a natural bodybuilding contest. And that's my admission of guilt. And don't tell anybody, please. I talk real fast, so if I say anything you don't understand, it's not that I'm speaking a different language. I just get pretty excited talking about sugar, carbohydrates, health, wellness, and all this kind of thing. You can find anything I'm talking about on my website, drpatterson.com, drpatterson.com. And it's been said that people lose about 3 to 5 pounds just by looking at my website. So good luck with that. I don't know if that's true or not. You could give me some feedback on that. So sugar. Sugar is what we burn for energy in the body. Our body prefers it, but we also have this fat storage thing. Fat is a great source of energy, but the trick is to convince the body to burn fat, not sugar. Most of us are not doing a good job. Unfortunately, our insulin is not working right, we're resistant, and we're just making a mess of our hormones. Our culture is obsessed with carbohydrates. We count them, we ignore them, we love them, and we hate them. What's the answer? Are they good or bad? Is it a myth that carbs are good, or are they just bad for us? The answer is both. They are good and bad. It all depends on the body. So here's a common myth that must be debunked. All carbohydrates are created equal. That is a myth. It's absolute nonsense. So I'm going to read off a list of carbohydrates, and you're going to tell me what you think about them. Vegetables, fruits, whole grains, things like rice, pasta, crackers, breads, bagels, waffles. The list goes on forever. Things made from grain. Legumes. That's my friend for the day. Legume. That's bean protein. Good old beans. Lentils, kidney beans, garbanzo, chickpeas, hummus. All those are made from beans. And then we got our table sugar, we got our honey, our agave, our high fructose corn syrup, our corn syrups, and we go on forever with that. But all those are sugars, are all carbohydrates. They're going to turn to glucose in the blood. Then we got our engineered carbos, powders and potions and bars. Oh my. I mean, it sounds like the Wizard of Oz. There's a little guy orchestrating this whole thing in there, and a lot of it's baloney. It's just big money, $60 billion industry, and we're selling people more powders, potions, and bars. Oh my. Now, if we could all agree on a few things, here's what most people would say. Eat a lot of fruits and vegetables, moderate amount of grains, maybe some beans, and really be careful with, the table sugar and the honey and the agave. And that sounds pretty fair, and that's what everybody's doing. But guess what? Everybody's getting fat and sick. Because we have different bodies, we have different endocrine systems. So you have to understand your body before you can make judgments on carbohydrate. So one thing we're going to break down a little bit is these body types. I like to start with the 3 basics. You got your liver body type, you got your thyroid body type, you got your adrenal body type. These are men and women. We're not judging, we're not leaving anybody out. You're all welcome to have body distortions if you'd like, and you're all welcome to be nice and fit in your clothes and be happy and feel good about yourself if you'd like. It is your right as an American. So, I will digress from the politics, but, we need freedoms with our food, free of misinformation, and we are getting sold just baloney. So here's the deal. You got your liver body, usually people that are inflamed, they have a lot of water retention, high blood pressure, insulin problems. If they eat things like fruits, they are going to make a mess of their endocrine system. They're going to just gain weight. Now, if they eat veggies and beans, they're actually going to lose a bunch of water weight and feel great. Now we take the thyroid body. That's somebody who's always tired. They have evenly distributed weight gain, fatigue. They're craving all the sweet carbohydrates like the breads and the cookies and the crackers and whatnot. If they eat 500 calories of grains, they're zonked. They're just going to stay in bed and weep all day long and then, get up, try to do some exercise, go back to sleep. They're just exhausted and depressed, can't sleep. Then we have our adrenal body. That's our fight or flighters out there. Those are you guys that are listening to the money station right before this, or the politics, and you're just revved up and your body just goes, and you barely sleep and everything's wound up, and you live off caffeine and healthy carbohydrates, so you think, like fruits and things like that, and breads and crackers and all that. But your body's so stressed that you can't get rid of this, 5 pounds of belly fat even if you weigh 92 pounds. It's just not going anywhere because that's a fight or flight problem. So those are the three profiles we got to look at before we start talking about carbohydrates. And it's really important to know who you are. So let's just say this. If this was the last source of information you're ever going to get on this earth, this little segment right now, which I'm running out of time, take this home with you. Eat a lot of veggies. We all know that. But trade your fruits and your grains in for beans. Not all of them, but trade most of your fruit and your grain for beans. You're going to find that beans are very efficient. They're not going to spike your blood sugar up, and you're going to feel a lot better. And like I said, this isn't medical advice. This is just some suggestions to try, but please talk to your healthcare provider first, or your coach, or call in the station and talk to Lenny, and he's happy to help you with this. If you want to know more about your body type, endocrine system, and how carbohydrates affect you, I have a free report. You're welcome to go online, www.secrethormonereport.com, just like it sounds, all one word, secrethormonereport.com, or check out my website, drpatterson.com, and I'm happy to answer questions and do that via email on my website. So I hope you guys enjoyed this segment. Next time we'll be talking about things like chronic adrenal problems and pain and digestion issues and sex drive. Oop. Am I allowed to say that? Maybe. Sex drive, why not? It's healthy. We're humans. It's normal. People that just have issues with weight loss and being well, and they feel like they're not getting the best information, and not just carbohydrates, folks. We're talking about things like blood pressure and cholesterol and insomnia and cancer and diabetes and all these things. We're not curing anything. We're just giving you better information so your body can heal itself. God bless you. Thank you so much. This is Dr. Sean Patterson, and I'm going to turn it back over to you, Lenny.